was on that Bryn. No, just sticking to that Bryn right there. The Bryn and the Jolapix.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, you just got to look good, feel good, play good. You know, maybe a little bit slightly different skin match up, especially since we see Power Ranger also playing Bryn. You got to make it very clear, you know, who's the more stylish Bryn.
And you have to bring the skins, although I do have to say I love the Shield Maiden Bryn. The one that Power Ranger has equipped right now, one of my favorite ones. It's very simple, not a lot going on there, but it's very stylish at the same time. Very unique looking Nordic attire. But you do have the game getting underway right now. Power Ranger and Neuz versus Balthazar and Fiend. And, of course, almost everyone taking the defensive stance except for Power Ranger going with the offensive stance, the damage stance, the attack stance.
Ooh, you know what? I do kind of like that on Bryn. She's already got a ton of speed. Her defense is pretty good already in the midline. So given a little bit of extra oomph to not only your spear dodge punishes, but those axe side airs, the axe recoveries, ground pounds, when you're looking to score those knockouts earlier on, absolutely phenomenal choice.
Fiend already getting a lot of damage built up with the axe, trying to make the approach across the stage. Down air, looking for the spike, weapon throw, another spike coming in. No, he's going to get interrupted by Power Ranger. Now Neuz is going to make his way back to the stage. That's going to be a great supporting play there from Power Ranger to get his teammate back to the stage and even converting that into a team combo. Whoa, the
recovery caught out. And just like that, Neuz, I got news for you, buddy. One stock gone. What's on the next docket? Ooh, Power Ranger deep in the red. Fiend and Balthazar really trying to press the advantage. They're again just hitting Neuz, keeping him from even getting the weapon. Finally gets the hammer, but again just chopped away for his trouble.
Power Ranger following right up off the top of the map, getting taken right on out. And Fiend getting picked off with the ground pound, playing a very, very risky game, going very low on the wall, trying to read out some of those options from Neuz, maybe give Balthazar a little bit of time to try to get in there, but no, phenomenal patience on Neuz's part to find that breaking, well, I was going to say breaking news, but I guess that doesn't really work as much.
Hey, look, he's just breaking Balthazar. Stomp into Scoop. There's a stock bomb. They managed to tie him up. But, like, Neuz, he's starting to bleed out. Balthazar, he smells the blood in the water. He's really just going for it with those Bryn signatures. They want to score this knockout before he can get a lot of those just sword double dribbles, bouncing everybody off the stage.
Uh-oh. The triple pickup out of the double down light. Recovery back on the stage is going to connect on the Fiend, and that's going to launch him way into the air. Now the neutral light coming out, going to launch Power Ranger off to the side as Neuz gets launched out of the ceiling, and now Balthazar and Fiend holding that map positioning. Neuz trying to make an approach, not able to find any hits there to interrupt and let Power Ranger make it back to stage. That is going to be another KO.
Oh,
Fiend
no.
with the side airs.
Absolutely not. I can't believe it. They just deleted with that ground pound. You know, Neuz, I got incredibly worried for Neuz because he went down to his last stock before everybody else, and he was getting edge-guarded time and time again. Damage building up. You see it even just like that. That led to him being knocked out so incredibly early, and now Power Ranger left alone against 3 stocks.
Balthazar, Fiend trying to hover above. I think he was looking for a down air combo up with Balthazar's string from the axe, but wasn't able to find it there. Got a little too close to the sun. Ooh, going really low. Both players hovering that wall. Very nice patience from Fiend, getting that slide kick, gravity canceled, right into that ground pound stomp into the ground. That's going to get game number 1. Fiend and Balthazar taking that right on down.
Yeah, you can see there's that recovery off the top, and now here Neuz, that's what led into him. You see in the very next clip, sent into the orange and just taken off the top of the screen. Power Ranger alone. And you know, Fiend and Balthazar, after this one, I know they're feeling good. They're like, all right, Power Ranger and Wesley, they were the team that gave us so much trouble. But here, Power Ranger and Neuz, it seems like we've got the answer. That was a handed victory. 3-stock finish.
Now, Neuz got pretty punished there. Wasn't able to get very much damage. Got 280 damage, which is less than 100 damage per stock, which is definitely not a realm that you want to be in. Ideally, of course, you could probably agree you want to be around that 450 zone. A little bit under, a little bit over. Definitely over if you can manage it, of course. But you want to aim for that 450 damage because that means that's about getting one person into the red per stock. Now, in 2v2 games, you can end up getting even more damage. Or I suppose if you take a more supporting role and you at least get all the KOs and you look for those signature opportunities to support your teammate, that's an acceptable trade-off.
Sure.
But that wasn't the case there.
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, when they've still got 3 stocks left, you want to at least bring it down to the final. So now it looks like we've got a slightly different map coming in here, Miami Dome. It does have that scaffolding underneath the stage. Oh my gosh, but even up on the stage, those Bryn signatures, so incredibly dangerous.
Already taking that stock off in Power Ranger and now trying to follow up onto Neuz, but they're going to fall off a little bit, trying to focus back onto Power Ranger as he gets back, because having Neuz pushed off onto the side gives them a little bit of opportunity. He is going to get back, and this is going to be Power Ranger and Neuz getting a lot of damage down there from Fiend, looking for Balthazar off the top. Reversal, not going to find it. There it is. The recovery off the top. Fiend not in the space to support Balthazar, is going to get picked off as well. It's going to be the team double for Red Team.
Yeah, this is great. This is the kind of turnaround you're hoping to see. They're answering back quickly. They didn't even wait for this match to really get underway until, hey, Neuz really buckling down and being the stock tank for his team. Such a stark difference from Game 1, where he was the first to fall.
Recovery, that's going to be the pinwheel from Fiend, not going to find the KO. The side air, though, is. And this is going to be a little bit of an opportunity to 2v1 Power Ranger, get a little bit of damage built up. Not too much damage is going to be found, though. Only 2 weapon throws, and that is not very much.
Yeah, I mean, each of those, it does just a couple damage per toss. It's really just, you're mainly looking for those to knock out when you've got them close to that knockout line already, very far off stage. Whoa, that spear toss just sailing all the way across. That was incredibly dangerous. Everyone just splitting wide around it. Power Ranger, ooh, the spear recovery does find purchase, bringing Fiend down to his final stock. Now they got the double edge guard on Balthazar. The dive kick knocking out the recovery.
Absolutely perfect play coming in from the Red Team, able to capitalize off the KO from Fiend, get the 2v1 and convert it into a KO, which is the ideal situation that you want to be into. As soon as you take out that teammate from the other side, unless you have 1 stock left, unless you're in the red and you're at risk of losing that stock, you want to go right on in, get that pressure while you have the 2v1 advantage. And that's what they did right there. They found the KOs as well and were able to convert perfect opportunity plays from this Red Team.
Man, it looks like Blue Team is severely hunting Power Ranger. They're both chasing after him. Oh, and look at that Neuz. His teammate coming in, just clearing out Fiend from that whole equation, giving Power Ranger just a stark 1v1 against Balthazar.
Chase down onto Fiend on to the left, and weapon throw from Neuz, not able to find it, and there's the breakdance, trying to find the KO. Recovery, though, is going to push Neuz away, not quite finding that KO as well. Neutral air from both Balthazar and Fiend, almost finding the KO on both off the top, but it is going to be KO onto Neuz off the side. KO onto Fiend on the top. He is gone. Now it is the 2v1. Balthazar in the red, and there is a team combo. Not going to connect the recovery. This is going to give him a little bit. No, wow. Whoa, he double bounced.
Yeah, just clean it up with the side air.
You know, typically when you bounce on the stage, and it reduces the in-air velocity by so much that normally you can survive those. But oh my gosh, he got launched.
Man, I got to tell you, so Power Ranger and Neuz, they did a phenomenal job turning the Blue Team's strategy against him. They definitely saw, hey, Power Ranger's down on final stock. Neuz, he's deep in the red. Maybe we can just kind of tag him every now and again, just get him away off stage. We don't need to go for that knockout. Let's focus down Power Ranger. And they ran a marathon. I mean, that was full on chasing him left side of the stage to the right and back again. And with that, Neuz was able to just slip in behind, get a ton of damage. Power Ranger then pivoted, got the knockout. So it was that concerted effort that the Blue Team did against Power Ranger. Power Ranger and Neuz identified and reacted correctly and just landslide to victory.
We're going to see if they can do it again here against Balthazar and Fiend, as game number 3, is getting started. And it is 1-1 in the set. Of course, Fiend and Balthazar are tied up with Power Ranger and Neuz, and already started off. Everyone has their heavy weapons. Neuz looking for the KO off on the bottom. The recovery coming out. He is going to get the wall touch. That's going to be Fiend making his way back. Neuz almost finding that KO with the recovery off the, trying to get the recovery off the bottom. But
yeah, that was pretty dangerous. I wonder if he's going to be as willing to go off stage. Oh, but the signature on stage, taking Power Ranger out of here. Neuz trying to get up and over everything, but Fiend there, ready to just cover the skies.
Good movement back on stage from Neuz, almost finding the KO off on the Fiend, and that is going to be a lot of work to get Fiend off the side. No recovery, that's going to be the KO. Phenomenal use of the gravity cancel down light there into the converted combo.
Oh my gosh, the damage!
Beautiful. And look at that off stage.
And they got the recovery? Great! That was absolutely perfect. Neuz going down, letting his teammate hit him. That gave him a chase dodge on hit so Power Ranger could get back on stage. They turned it into the knockout on Baltazar. Do they have a team combo prepared for Fiend? No, Fiend is too slippery.
They tried. They had the gravity cancel in the right place, but not at the right time. Fiend was able to get the dodge out in just the right moment to avoid the hit and get out of the way. Now able to potentially find a KO here if he finds the right move at the right time here. Baltazar looking for the left side KO onto Neuz. The neutral stick coming right on out, but he's not able to find it. Baltazar getting that reversal, and then a second
again.
One, that's the double. There we go. One knockdown, one you knock down the other, and that is what Baltazar is just encompassing right now.
Man, Baltazar, I don't know what pun I would go for other than like both Azar, because he's just the ruler over both of the red team members, knocking them out of here, getting the damage built up. Power Ranger and Neuz, this one, as much as they turned it around in game 2, it's slipping away. Beautiful double knockout. Bryn for Bryn.
Neuz is approaching that danger zone, though. He is in the orange damage threshold. He can't afford to take too much damage, and against a combination of Joe.
Wow!
Gravity cancel neutral stake in the monocle up at the top. Unfortunately for Fiend, it does not launch upwards, it launches horizontally, and that would have KO'd anyone else off the top.
Oh, easily.
With any other upward amount of force, but no, getting that on there, still a huge amount of damage. Phenomenal option from Fiend, and just great awareness being able to find that. That's going to be Neuz getting taken off the top, though, and in the 2v1 Power Ranger, all by himself, getting denied the weapons.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it becomes really tricky to just get a weapon of your own. He manages to get it, but, like, at what cost? The game?
Well, it looks like it is. And Fiend and Baltazar taking game number 3 down. It's going to be 2-1 in the set, and now banning out the maps. Ooh. A little restart, I guess. They didn't want to ban out Small Enigma to start. Or maybe someone banned first a little too early, perhaps. Not entirely
but you
sure.
see that. Just look at this replay. The weapon starve. He manages to slip in and get it, but too many options expended. Too much coverage from Fiend and Baltazar. You can't dodge it all.
Well, you can if you're in the right place at the right time, I suppose. But right there, he was definitely caught out. The team synergy, which is everything that you want out of a 2v2 team, a 2v2 tournament, and a 2v2 competitive scene in its whole. You want that.
You know what I really want out of this 2v2 tournament? I want another game of massive adjustment. We had like the perfect tournament set for adaptation. Game 1 went one way, game 2, stark difference towards the other, and then game 3, again, firing back with the adaptation. So here, now the ball is in Power Ranger and Neuz's court to see what they can change up. It's a slightly different map than last match, but it's still that tri-platform formation. We've got 2 on the outside edge, 1 up top, but decent walls on the sides.
One of the biggest things about this map is going to be the use of the center positioning, getting the opposing team out of the center, and then using that map control and those platforms to pressure and get juggles, get KOs off the top. That's what we're going to be seeing here, is just expelling anyone from the inside and then trying to control the center of the map. That is key on Great Hall. Oh! Beautiful!
Went out far and a little bit of friendly fire. Fiend is in danger. Couldn't get close enough. Baltazar surely going for the save, but Power Ranger just knocking him out with that axe recovery. Perfect snipe.
A little preemptive on that weapon throw. He did hit Fiend, and that did cost the stock, losing that extra jump that Fiend had to try to make it his way back. Almost actually had that wall touch at the same time, but still, that did cost them that benefit that they started out with. They ended up accidentally evening up those stocks.
Everyone collapsing back towards the center. You'll see them kind of move in these like combat swarms almost, where they'll all take center field. That'll be the rumble zone for a little while. And then when somebody starts getting knocked over to edge guard, they rotate for the double edge guard. The teammate tries to rotate for the save, but not in time as Neuz gets knocked down to his final stock.
And Fiend does it again. He gets the flying fist, that side air, unarmed, over on that right side to begin with, and then he follows it up with another one on the left on the Neuz again. So already doing a phenomenal job at continuing this streak of just great move selection in the right place at the right time. Now trying to make his way back, getting double covered by both of the red team players, getting the dodge though, right through the breakdance. Look at this, just beautiful movement from Fiend.
Man, Neuz just steering out. I don't know if he should have let that sword recovery rock a little bit more. Dodging through the weapon. No! Power Ranger too far. Neuz and Power Ranger, they were hanging out near each other. They were ready to just save one another, but it looks like there was some hesitation in the call, and Baltazar took the opportunity, just tossed the weapon down, and now Power Ranger again left alone against 3 stocks.
Fiend trying to use down airs in order to cover that wall space and defend that platform. Now making the approach, getting clipped by the down air from Power Ranger. And Power Ranger just trying to slide around, trying to be evasive, but he is going to get caught. Oh, it's going to be dropped, and this is an opportunity, potentially going for the ground.
Wow!
Pound very deep.
Woo! Oh, yeah, and they both double cape taunt, bring it on out, because that's them moving 3-1 on into the bracket. Man, that last game perfectly mirrored and looked exactly like game 1 there. Gave them the victory. Every time they could get Power Ranger alone, 3 stocks left, victory was all but assured. And that assures them a spot into winners finals, guaranteeing top 3 for this tournament at least.
Oh, yes. And you gotta just look at this right here. Fiend playing under the map the whole time. Great coverage from Baltazar to stall out that red team, and then Fiend just coming in right in the wing to get that KO onto Neuz on the unfortunate miss. But watch this. Fiend going right down, has no problems whatsoever. He does have that second stock, but even so does the aggressive chase underneath the map in order to confirm that KO. He didn't need to. He could have gone back up to the stage, just waited there in the wing with Baltazar and covered the high angle on that platform.
I love just the gung-ho nature of it all, where he's just like, I'm gonna